This is your life. You have to make the decision. You must exercise control over your life. Pay attention to your life. Pay attention to yourself. Pay attention to the things that you want. That's how you make a life that is amazing. I'm starting out with a question, very important question. Are you ready for the new year? Are you ready for the new year? Now, I'm not talking about the holiday festivities and your plan for New Year's Eve, because I know y'all got some great plans, and some people are just going to be like knuckled up in a blanket. You've already decided how you're going to do that. This is not about that. This is about, have you been planning your new year in terms of creating the life that you want for yourself? How have you planned your amazing life? If you've been to the website, it's been tweaked throughout the year, but the overall theme, and I'm feeling like this is a theme for the rest of my life, is creating amazing. How are you creating an amazing life? We cannot be lazy about this if you want your life to be better. Not just a happy-go-lucky day or having a good day, which is critically important as well, but better health, a better outlook on life, a better psychological place for yourself to be. Because if things aren't working right in your mind, in your head, forget it. This is about pulling in all of the principles and practices and information that the universe has to give you so that you can bring your life into alignment with the blessings and the manifestations that you're looking for. So, again, I'm asking, how are you using all of this to create an amazing life for yourself? And I put the emphasis on amazing because you just don't want to do okay. You can do okay with pretty much nothing. A lot of people, you'll ask them and they say, well, I'm doing okay. I got to do better than okay. I am not happy with okay. Okay comes if you hardly do anything. I'm not a lazy person. I'm always working. I always have something going. I'm always learning and I'm reading because I want the most out of this life that I can possibly get. I will not accept otherwise. Why should I? Why should there be blessings out there that are free that I can't take advantage of? These principles that I share with you, I work them myself. There was one that hit me this week and I was like, what? And I just almost stopped everything I was doing. And I'm laying out, I began already laying out a plan to correct this imperfection, I call it, in my world. Don't like it. It has affected too much and obstructed too many of my blessings. Didn't realize it. But once I found out, oh my goodness, I've been waking up in ridiculous hours in the morning with it on my mind. And Rumi, the poet, says, the morning breeze has secrets to tell. Don't go back to sleep. So when I wake up at 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I get up and I go to my chair in my worship space, in my meditation chair, because I believe that Spirit just downloads things into your spirit. And I don't get up out of my meditation chair with all the answers and say, oh, that's why I woke up at 3 in the morning. That's what God wanted me to know. No, it's not like that. What I do know is when I get up out of that chair, at some point, probably, very probably, during the day, the answer will come. Something will come to me that I wasn't aware of, but that, as I said, and I like to use that term, Spirit downloaded something into my spirit. So I'm just, kind of trying to put that little bug in your ear that do that. Get serious. And I know that you are. I'm not implying that you're not serious, but like get real serious. My husband always talks, he quotes Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor said, if you're going to get down, get down. So if you're going to improve your life, get down and get some work done. Roll those sleeves up. Get up in the morning. You don't have to be up at 3 o'clock like me sometime. I mean, that might be a little bit crazy. But I mean, get up 15 minutes before you normally would do that, before you get ready for work, so that you can spend some time in peace planning your day. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2 says, write the vision and make it plain. Write the vision and make it plain. Now, people say that they don't understand the Bible. I get that. I absolutely get that. Especially if you are using King James. My goodness, it's beautiful language. It's very poetic. But in terms of understanding, a little bit difficult. But you can do it. You can work with it, because some of the things that the King James Bible, as difficult as it may be, is so simple. Write the vision and make it plain. It can't get any more simplistic than that. Write it down, not in your head. Write it down. Now, there are some teachers who will say you need to do it with a pencil and paper, because they believe that there is some spiritual energy in writing, actually the writing, a physical writing of something. I'm not going to dispute that. If that's what you believe, right. But rather than do nothing, let me tell you something. I often take this little pink phone here. Y'all like my little wild looking, phone cover. I keep loud covers on my phone so I can find the phone, so I can see it wherever I leave it, because this little rascal gets away from me. But my point is, while I'm just making a joke, my point is there's a notes app on here. Write the thing in your phone. Habakkuk said, write it down, make it plain. They didn't have note apps and messages that you could send to yourself, or an email that you can send to yourself. I'm so sure that if Habakkuk had been aware of that, he would have just said, listen, send yourself a text. Write it down. Make it plain. What is it that you want? You see, this idea of creating amazing is really a co-creating relationship. You are partnering with God. You're partnering with the universe to make your life happen, to make that which you want to manifest in your life, to make that a reality. The principles are in the scripture. The first thing you have to do is write it down. And I love this text, because it says, and make it plain. So when we talked about what you want, we said one of the reasons that you don't get what you want is because you don't know what you want. Well, you can't write something down if you don't know what it is. So you have to spend time with yourself. Spend time in thoughtfulness. If you don't, what do you want? Make it plain. Think about it. Stop the world from turning every now and then. I know that you have great demands on your life. If you write the vision, make it plain. Know what you want. You write the vision and you make it plain. That means detail. You leave nothing out. You want an automobile, you write down the make, the model, the year, the color, the number of cylinders that you want, or whether you want a drop top or whatever. You make it plain. As and we don't have trouble doing that when we go to buy a car. Here's a better example. You go to get your hair done, you know just exactly what you want. You know where you go to get that hair that you get weaved in. You know what color, whether you want Remy treated or untreated. I was in the wig store the other day, and I saw all of these different distinctions of extensions. You can get all kinds of hair. When you go in there, you know exactly what you want. You know the color, the length, the texture, everything you want before you take it to the person that's going to hook you up. And then when you go, you got a favorite hairstyle you want, or you might say, let me see some pictures. But before the thing gets started, you know what you want. It's not somebody working on your head halfway through, and then you say, well, I think I want this, I want that. Come on. So if you can work comfortably and smoothly at that level of detail for something like your hair, which is important, it's important. But if you can work at that level of detail for your hair, how about you willing to do that for your life? Are you? Write the vision. Make it plain. What do you want? What do you want to happen next year? What do you not want to happen next year? What do you want? Within the realm of your control, and you have a lot of control. You have much more control than you think, much more control than you take advantage of. Within the realm of the possibility of your control, what do you want to happen next year? Do you want a new job, a new career, a new financial portfolio? You want your money to work a little bit differently than it has in the past. You've got to know what you're talking about before you call the financial advisor in, before you call the whatever they are. And don't tell my husband I said whatever they are, because he works for New York Life, and I guess I should know specifically what it is. But here's what I'm saying. Before I make a call to anybody, I try to know as much as I can about what I'm calling you for, because I don't trust people. They rip you off. There's a science, I believe. I think there's a degree that some people have in ripping you off. And so I got to make sure that I know as much about something as I can. At least I can follow your conversation. So whatever it is you want, decide. And you decide now, because if you haven't done it, you're late. So get with it, okay? As soon as you get offline, you get a pencil and paper, or you pull out your phone, or get your desktop, whatever you do, and write down what you want specifically to happen next year. Habakkuk said, write the vision and make it plain. Don't just say, I want to have a better year next year than I had last year. We all do. But in what ways do you want it to be better? Maybe you want more friends. Maybe you want a better inner circle of friends. You know Jim Rohn, and I've quoted this for you before. He said, you are the average of the 5 persons around whom you spend the most time. Now, I found that incredibly frightening. Not just mentally or intellectually the average of, but financially. If you got a whole bunch of people, broke folk around you, and they're not moving financially, you are the average of that. You need to adjust your circle. Doesn't mean that the people are not nice. Doesn't mean that they're, doesn't mean they're not nice people. In order for your life to be enriched, you need people around you that can pour enrichment in your life, that bring rich energy into your life, that brings energy into your space that's helpful to you. If you're always giving the help, if you're always loaning the money, if you're always giving the advice, if you're always doing the favors, what does that make you? A nice person. But it's not helping you. Now, go ahead and say, well, it makes me feel good and I'll do it spiritually. Well, go ahead with your good deeds. I'm not talking about that. If you think that somewhere along the way you're going to get some jewels in your crown for that, that's what you believe. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about making your life as good and rich as it can be. So you need to broaden your circle. You need to bring some more people in. I'm not telling you got to take them home and they don't have to become your best friend. But there are ways that you can associate with people that have a higher energy level that you can benefit from, as well as they will benefit from you. So it's not to say that you just push people out of your life. I would never tell you to do that unless those people are just bringing you down, unless those people are being detrimental to you, unless those people are causing you to be sad and depressed and not feeling good about yourself. We do keep people around like that without knowing it, without really thinking about it. People that say little things and then you walk away and you feel bad about it and then you try to just throw it off. Well, the question is, why do you keep talking to them? Why do you keep them? You just, and listen, why do you do it? We take too much responsibility for other people. We take way too much responsibility. Well, they didn't really mean it, or they couldn't help it, or they meant it. They meant it. That's why they said it. That's why they said it. See, people know when they're bringing you down. People intentionally bring you down so that they feel comfortable. Don't let them do that to you. No. No. See, life is short. I described it one time before as saying life is about this long. That's it. You don't get any more than you get. You can spend it however you want. That's your choice. But why spend such a short time that we have in this life with people that don't make you feel good, that don't help you move to the next level? I'm going to leave that alone. I'm just going to say, check your inner circle. Doesn't take you that much time. You already know who you got. Figure out what you're going to do with them.